There's no place quite like Earth, and it's easy to forget how amazing our planet can be. It's not just about what we learn in school. Earth has some incredibly crazy secrets to share, like giant waves and supervolcanoes. Get ready to explore these wacky, little-known facts about our home sweet home. And after that, see if you can answer some fun questions about our planet. Yellowstone supervolcano. Yellowstone supervolcano is like a hidden treasure on our planet. Unlike the obvious volcanic islands, some volcanic wonders are more discreet. Surprisingly, it was only in the 1960s that scientists realized that the massive 44-mile-wide depression in Yellowstone National Park is a volcanic caldera. But here's the twist. Yellowstone's eruptions didn't create towering mountains like we see in Hawaii or Washington's Mount St. Helens. Instead, they were colossal explosions that caused the land to collapse, forming the unique landscapes we see today. Believe it or not, this supervolcano is still active. Beneath the surface lies a chamber filled with liquid magma, which fuels the park's famous geysers and hot springs, including the renowned Old Faithful. Although the last major eruption was around 630,000 years ago, experts are not overly concerned about another massive one happening soon. In fact, some scientists believe that Yellowstone might be slowly reaching the end of its volcanic journey. So while the supervolcano is intriguing, it's not an imminent threat. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe Columbus World Discoverer, where we unravel captivating facts about our Earth and countries. Embark on a world-discovering adventure with me. Ancient Wuda Forest. Around 300 million years ago, in ancient times long before the Yellowstone volcano, something extraordinary happened in what we now call China. An eruption showered a thick layer of ash over a swampy forest during the Permian era. Instead of fading away, these ancient plants and trees were remarkably preserved as fossils. Back then, all the continents were part of one massive landmass. Over countless millennia, that drifted apart, and life on Earth has transformed dramatically. So when scientists stumbled upon this fossilized forest just a few years ago, they dubbed it Permian Pompeii. It's like a time capsule that lets us see exactly how the plants were arranged, revealing giants of trees, some as tall as 80 feet. But interestingly, there were no conifers or flowering plants. Instead, all plants reproduced through spores, similar to ferns, which were abundant at that time. Rogue waves. Stories about giant waves have been circulating among sailors for centuries, but skeptical scientists thought they were about as common as mermaids. Then, in 1995, an oil platform in the North Sea was hit by a big one during a huge storm, and it had the equipment on hand to determine that the wave had been a massive 84 feet tall. A few years later, a 95-foot wave was measured by a research vessel west of Scotland. Oceanographers realized that not only were these massive waves real, but they were also surprisingly common. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, rogue waves are more than twice the size of surrounding waves that's as high as 10 floors in real, come from surprising directions, and only happen in open seas. If you think these facts about Earth are surprising, wait until you end for the strangest mysteries about planet Earth. Underwater mountain range. Beneath the waves, the oceans hold some colossal secrets, and one of the most incredible is the world's longest mountain range, hidden underwater. It goes by the name of the Mid-Ocean Ridge, and it stretches for over 40,000 miles. To put that into perspective, it runs from the middle of the Atlantic, stretches through the Indian Ocean, and circles back up through the Pacific, tracing the west coast of the Americas. Just to give you a comparison, the Andes, which is the longest mountain range on land, is only about 4,350 miles long. The Mid-Ocean Ridge is a remarkable chain of underwater volcanoes that lies right where Earth's tectonic plates meet. As these plates slowly drift apart, magma continuously rises, creating brand new sections of our planet's crust. It's a breathtaking display of Earth's ever-changing landscape, hidden beneath the waves. World's tallest mountain. Mount Everest in the Himalayas usually takes this honor, at more than 29,000 feet above sea level. But if we include mountains that aren't fully above sea level, Hawaii's Mauna Kea is the winner. Only 13,706 feet of it come up above the water. But if you calculate its height starting from its base at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, Mauna Kea is 30,610 feet tall, beating Everest by about 1,000 640 feet, where Everest was formed by the collision of two tectonic plates and is still growing taller. Mauna Kea developed because of the volcanic activity that formed the Hawaiian Islands. It's dormant now, according to the Hawaii Center for Volcanology. Boiling river. There's a river in the Peruvian Amazon where water temperatures can actually cook unlucky animals that fall into the water. Geophysicist Andres Russo, whose Peruvian grandfather mentioned the boiling river to him when he was a child, kept searching for the mysterious sight, even though his professors told him it had to be a myth. When he found it, he worried that it had been caused by nearby oil and gas extraction, but determined that it was a natural feature. It's a non-volcanic geothermal feature flowing at anomalously high rates, he told National Geographic, meaning it's just very hot water, getting up to about 93 degrees Celsius, coming from very deep below the Earth's surface, quickly enough that it doesn't cool off before it comes out into the river. Danal Depression. At a site in Ethiopia, where three tectonic plates meet up, there are less than 8 inches of rain every year, and the average daily temperature is 92.2 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 34 degrees Celsius. The landscape looks like an amazing sight from another planet. The Danal Depression is part of the East African Rift Valley, which, like the mid-ocean ridge underwater, is a spot where tectonic plates are separating, allowing magma to seep up toward the Earth's surface. Volcanic activity causes bubbling lava lakes, hot springs, and tiny geysers. Heated groundwater brings dissolved mineral salts to the surface, and when the water evaporates, multicolored fields of deposits are left behind. Hydrothermal vents. One of the most surprising facts about Earth scientists have found at the Danal Depression, and in other areas with very hot hydrothermal vents, where chemical-rich fluid escapes to the Earth's surface, is that specialized organisms call them home. When this happens deep under the ocean, especially where sunlight can't penetrate to allow photosynthesis, microbes use chemosynthetic processes to create organic matter out of hydrogen sulfide, methane, and other chemicals. Largest single organism. Over the past few decades, scientists have encountered some remarkable surprises in the world of living organisms. One of the most astonishing finds has been the armillaria fungus, a mushroom that's no ordinary shroom. In the early 1990s, a scientist in Michigan stumbled upon one of these fungi that turned out to be a real heavyweight, weighing approximately 22,000 pounds, that is 9,979 kilograms, and spreading across 37 acres. That's like 28 American football fields crazy, isn't it? Cosmic dust. One of the most mind-blowing facts about Earth is that dust isn't just from our own deserts. Scientists have recently gathered samples of dust from the upper atmosphere and have hitchhiked here on comets. But what makes this dust even more astonishing is its age. It's older than our solar system. By scrutinizing the chemical makeup of these particles, scientists have come to the remarkable conclusion that this dust predates our solar system. It's like a cosmic time capsule, preserving the ancient stuff that eventually became the building blocks of planets and stars. And there you have it. If you want to know more crazy facts about our Earth and every country, hoist the sails and subscribe now to my channel, Columbus World Discoverer, and discover the world with me. Until then, goodbye.